out of here.
Hey, what's going on, good people? What's going on? What you say? Get out of here. But we don't want you to get out of here. We want you to
Now,
stay for a little while and let's
welcome.
talk about it tonight. Let's see what's going on. Let's chit chat. Let's move on. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. It is Wine Down Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes.
It's hump day. So we need you to put a little hump in your back because we
Some
are
humping is
doing,
happening.
oh,
It's some humping
babe,
happening.
a whole lot of is happening. Do you hear what I'm saying? A whole lot of is happening. So
Mhm.
let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. But in the meantime, in the between time, how are you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm blessed and highly favored. I ain't complaining.
I know that's right. I'm grateful. I'm excited. I got some other tests done, and my doctor's we just gonna keep everything the same. So I'm excited.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that because with everything that's going on, and we are in a new year now.
Yes,
Thank
Happy New Year, sis.
Happy New Year, yes, Happy New Year, Happy
We
New
made
Year,
it.
to
We made
everybody.
it. Thank
Yes,
you,
we
Lord.
finally made it to 2021.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't think we were going to make it, but thank God we made it. We are
Yeah.
here. Let's do what we do and let's enjoy and let's go, let's do it. Let's try to enjoy it and move forward and enjoy life. What's going on? What's going on, people? What's
Hey.
happening? What's happening? What's up? Y'all know this is what we gonna need y'all to do. What's up? See, I
Hey,
can't
what's
wait.
up, Robert?
What's up,
And for
Robert? What's
20 year,
going
Happy
on?
New Year, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in. Please share this with everybody because you all know tonight's topic is going to be hot, hot, hot.
As
We are
usual.
about to talk about it. My first instinct, before all of this stuff jumped off, we were actually going to talk about here in Ohio, our governor, bless his heart, has signed the bill of
Mm-hmm.
that stand your ground bill. But we ain't gonna even
Yeah.
talk about that tonight because that's null and void to me
That's
right now.
at this point. Right,
At this
exactly.
point, right now,
We got some other hot topics that's going on
we got some other
right now.
topics to talk about right now. So I'm gonna need everybody to share and please feel free to put your comments in the comment section. We
That's
will
right.
discuss it and talk about it. But the thing that we're gonna talk about tonight is the issues that's taking place in Washington, D.C. with the voting, with the counting of the ballots, of the electoral votes, with putting it, President-elect Joe Biden, just go ahead on, confirming him today so he can go ahead on and get in on January 20th. But
Mm.
unfortunately, some things have transpired
Yes.
that I've never in my life have seen take place. I ain't never seen this in my life. Ever
Our ancestors are literally rolling, turning over in their graves right now.
They're doing more than turning over. As one of the talk show hosts was saying earlier today, they are doing flips with no hands. They're just doing free-handed flips. Because this is unreal. This is totally unreal. I cannot believe what I was seeing. Because we occasionally get the opportunity to watch a little bit of what's taking place. Especially
Right.
if you got a phone, you got a smartphone, you can pretty much watch anything you want to watch.
Right. Or if
So,
you're in your
yeah,
car, you riding, you
yes,
hearing it on the radio,
exactly. If you got a partner, sometimes it's a little easy for you to, do some things, or you can turn on the radio on your phone and you can listen to some things that are taking place. Every once in a while we'll get that opportunity. So, fortunately, we had that opportunity to watch a little bit, right before all of the foolishness unfolded.
Whew.
When this is what I don't understand, and I'm gonna need help. When there is a clear cut decision that has been made, why is it that individuals just don't accept it and just move forward? I mean,
Help us out. Help us answer that. I'm sure besides this, I mean, to this great of a magnitude, there have been people that you have known or have heard of that things didn't go their way, and so they couldn't move on um, because of the things not going their way. Like, how are they finally able to move on? You know what I
Right.
mean? And why is it so difficult to just accept what things are for what they are? Why is that?
And that's a good question, because I don't know. It's almost like if you flunk a test, you you got to probably take the test over in order to get the grade that you would like to have, you
Right.
know. But if you don't retake that test, or if you get a bad score or whatever, why you got to fuss, argue, and fight about it? What's going on, Angela?
Hey,
Girl,
Angela.
we're talking about the tomfoolery that we saw on TV today. We are talking
Yes.
about it. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. I posted things on my Facebook page because I'm keeping it 100. And let's just put it out there. Had that been Black individuals climbing the wall,
Listen, it's
bust the window.
done.
Well, first of all, we wouldn't have never gotten that close. Let's just, let's
Nope.
say that. Black people wouldn't have never gotten that close, because let's go back. When Black Lives Matter marched the streets of Washington,
Yep.
they had the whole army out there
Yep.
with stuff on their face. You couldn't
Yep.
even see them. They had the whole military. They had the fatigue gear
Yep.
on. They had the military out there in front of that same Capitol.
That's right.
Last year, just a few months ago, when Black Lives was marching because of the unjust that was taking place to Black men and women all around the country.
That's right.
So why wasn't that same force? Why wasn't the same force put out there today? Because you can't tell me that the intel, because I just heard about it. If these people are consistently telling you they are going to be here, they are going to do that. What's going on, Tracy? Hey, Tracy, we ain't forgot about you. There's just been some family things going on that we had to just pump the brakes a minute.
Take a pause for the call.
Yeah, but we ain't forgot about you. I promise you, we ain't forgot about you. But you can't tell me if that wasn't Black Lives Matter marching those streets and climb that wall, how many people would have been dead, beat up, hit in the head with a darn grenade, hit in the head or the face or the chest with some kind of tear gas or whatever. They would
hours ago, moments ago,
with all kinds of things. I don't understand. This is my other thing, is we can disagree. I don't care who you vote for. We can disagree.
Agree to disagree. It's fine.
I don't care. Today we look like a third world country.
Yep.
And he's sitting up in the White House, up in the
allowing it.
He's sitting in the Capitol building, tweeting,
welcoming it.
Who does that? You're telling people to let's march the streets. Let's go get them. Who in their right mind? These people were preparing. Where is the national? Did he fire them too? Where's the national intel?
Right.
This national intel. Yes, honey, they was with the Black Lives Matter. They was mounted. A Black person couldn't even walk down the street without armed guard forces or something on the side.
That's right. But these people don't even feel threatened. They don't even feel intimidated by anyone. They do what they do with no hesitation.
None. I mean, that riot gear they had, they broke the windows of the freaking Capitol. I'm listening. I like to listen and I like to watch, but I gotta watch this because unfortunately, I mean, it really affects all of us, but it definitely affects me because that bull crap can come to a city near you. You best to believe it.
Yep.
And we all need to be ready.
Very rapidly.
Quickly.
Yes.
I mean, because they will come in and try to, you see what they tried to do when they tried to take over 275. They wanted to get in their cars, but you can't tell these people. That man sat in a seat where the vice president sits. His body they took a picture of him sitting in that same seat. that the vice president sits in holding meetings. If that was a black man or a woman, what do you think would have happened?
Mm-mm-mm.
Somebody would have been writing letters to the saying something that shouldn't have happened. There is no freaking way.
There would have been some movement, there would have been some change, and there would have been a forced hand, like it or not.
I mean, this made us look horrible. This made the United States look. But this is another thing I want to say. If those are the federal police in that building, they can't protect me. They just let them storm in. They can't protect me. I'm just saying. If that's the kind of protection that the federal government, the Capitol building in DC got, don't come, don't protect me, because if that's the kind of protection that they had up there, don't come. I don't want you.
And my mind is just blown just because I've been to DC. I've seen the armed guards outside. Like I've seen them with my own eyes, and I'm like, how is this happening? How are they allowing this to happen?
Exactly.
Tracy said the Secret Service now nowhere to be found. Exactly. Military police standing down, local police scared, National Guard just chaos. Like it's just like he ordered everyone to just move from your posts, let these people in, and just do nothing.
Exactly. Hey, Margaret. Thanks for tuning in, Margaret. And you are absolutely right. Other countries are now thinking that, I'm going to tell you something. And they're thinking they can come over and take over the United States. This is a perfect day that a terrorist act could have taken place right there at the Capitol. If there's a terrorist that wanted to take over and set a bomb and blow it up in less than 5 seconds, that could have happened at the Capitol.
It's too much chaos. It's still too much chaos happening right as we speak.
Yep. No protection. Who in the world that will stand up and say they are for this? Who in their right mind would say they are okay with this?
I don't know any of my viewers out there. You guys, we thank you for tuning in. It's Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know how we do it. We're here live. We're talking about what's going on today, right now. And it's really unreal. I'm at a point where I'm like, hey, I'm cool with him just getting kicked out right now. I don't gotta wait till January 20th. We can just say you done right now.
Girl.
Let Kamala in, let the folk get in where they're supposed to be and kick his butt out right now.
Period.
This is insane.
I say, I'm like you, honey. Make me
Miss Bush.
We were talking about that. We were talking about that earlier today. Out of all the presidents, just shoot, bring George Bush back up in here. You're gonna do all that bull crap. I mean, I'd rather have him. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And then you got all these Republicans that are standing there from A to Z that are saying, do the recount. This is unfair. This is some fraud. But you didn't say nothing about that when that bull crap was happening to Hillary Clinton.
No, and what it is folks are tired. This younger generation, the younger generation, the times now where people are voting and standing in line, we are not our ancestors. We are tired. People are tired. Even the younger generation, our kids' age, your daughter's age, they are tired of the Thomas foolery, and they're doing something about it.
And it's time. But can you imagine? Yes, honey. George Bush, definitely. No, he don't look like an angel. He was an angel. He was an angel compared to.
Hey, this is insane, right?
And see, that's my whole. The National Guard isn't armed. You are right, because this is how it works. National Guard does not. They got jurisdiction, but they don't have jurisdiction. They do not have jurisdiction to make arrests, spray people, or do the tear gas. That's the local municipality. That's the local government, like the local police department. But the whole thing about it is now you got to call in police departments from all around the surrounding agencies to come in there and
do the job that you didn't do.
Those are bodies that are standing there around the Capitol. Can they help in some kind of way? Absolutely. I'm hoping they train well to do so. Now, who would have thought that you got to call in the National Guard. You got to deploy. You are deploying to go to the national capital.
Makes no sense.
You are deploying to go to the national capital. Now, you ain't deploying to go overseas to fight for something, to go to another country. You ain't deploying for that. You are deploying. You have deployed the National Guard to come in and stand around a capital where you got foolish people, ignorant people that came in, and they knew it, though. They knew it. Yes, DC have set their own rules. Yes, they did. And it's their fault. I think they softened up. I think DC got soft. This is just my take on it. I think they got soft. When he got in there, they got soft. They didn't care, because he's
ruling and reigning. He's ruling and reigning. It's being allowed, whatever goes,
Yep.
And it is what it is. And Tracy said these folks are dressed for this cold weather. They're not going to abide by this curfew. Nope. They thought because they put the curfew at 6 o'clock, these people cared. These folks, they don't care.
They don't care.
They was running up and through there way before some 6 o'clock curfew. So you should have known that curfew didn't mean nothing.
I saw them, when I done been around unrest quite a few times, in my career, quite a few times. And when you see the backpacks, the hats, you see the little small backpacks, you see the stuff that they are preparing. They have prepared for this moment. Yes, Virginia law enforcement, they can't do that. Now they got to see, that's the issue too. You're taking police officers from another state to bring them over here.
Which is bad. Like, it goes right back to what you said, because that's a distraction. Now somebody can come in and do something because I know your people are over here. They're not here.
Yeah.
And so it's a mess. And Tracy said none of the fools have on masks, been all up in the Capitol building. They running all wild through there. You hear me?
Like you hear me? They are running. They even had one guy had his foot on Nancy Pelosi's desk, saying they ain't going nowhere. They gonna keep fighting. It ain't over. On her, he has invaded her personal space.
Lord have mercy.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. They wanted me to catch a flight to DC. That's what they want. I wanted to get a flight to DC because I'm like, somebody over there ain't fighting enough. You just don't let them scale the wall, get on the scaffold, stand up there, and y'all ain't.
And y'all just chilling, and y'all standing there watching them.
You ain't pushing them down. You ain't making them get off the steps. You ain't making them get off the grass. You ain't doing nothing. I'm telling y'all, ain't no way that what it was. Yes, Margaret, so very disrespectful to the people in the Capitol, not just to them, to the whole United States of America. Just totally disrespectful and embarrassing. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was watching either. Couldn't believe it. I was ready. I was ready to get on the flight to go to DC. I had asked my people, I asked my boss, I said, what are we doing? Where we at? What's going on? What's our intel? So, the word is stand by, because you just don't know. I'm trying to tell you all, you don't know. My whole thing is what I tell everybody: be safe, watch your surroundings, because in the state of Ohio, it is the stand your ground law and bill. It goes into effect in 90 days. And with all of this foolishness, in those 90 days, the next 10 days.
Listen, it's like a civil war. You hear me?
Hey, Maria, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It is just, it's
beyond sickening. Yes, it is.
It is just so sickening.
And definitely unacceptable.
Unacceptable. My thing is, the thing about it is, I got friends, you got friends. We all got friends that we disagree with.
Oh, definitely.
I done been disagreeing with people all my life.
That's right.
Grew up down south. I don't know if it get any deeper than where I'm born and raised, but I have been disagreeing with some of my people that I grew up with, some of my friends, my classmates for a long time. Just because I'm disrespectful don't mean I got to hit them in the head.
You mean disagree?
Don't mean I got to take over their house.
That's right. We can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But that's happening right now is not okay.
It's not okay. It's whoever agrees, thinks, and says it is, and is out there clapping. that's something is wrong with you too. What are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you thinking? And
Yeah.
how are you raising your kids, or how did you raise? Because that's unacceptable. That ain't even funny. That ain't
It's
even
not.
that ain't
It's
even a
just.
joke.
I mean, even, I mean, a year ago, 2 months ago, no one would have been able to tell us that this day right here was gonna happen.
Girl,
That this is
yesterday
coming. Like this is crazy.
I woke up this morning. Who would have thought that this was gonna take place? And it's gonna we would never, from now until I die, this gonna be something that we gonna always be able to talk about.
For like a lifetime. That's right. This
And
is
I
not a
tell
TV
people
show. This is real life. This is happening in real life. And this is happening right now in real life, like in
in
people's
real
life.
life. And I have, like I said, I got all kinds of friends, all shapes, rounds, colors, short, it don't matter. Male,
Yeah.
female. I have
Yeah.
them all. But you cannot tell me this is a clear indication of racism and black versus white. I say it all the time. And if those were the Black Lives Matter people, they would
It
have
would
been
have been
dead.
done. It would have been done a
It
long
would have
time
been a
ago.
massacre. You
That
can say
would have
what
that's
you
it.
want to say, but it would have been a massacre.
A
Just
bloodbath. That's
it would
it.
have been. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it should not have us in a position where
I know
we.
that's right, Angela. She knows she got her eyes on.
Yeah, but see, my thing is, Angela, it's like we shouldn't be in an environment where I got to keep one eye on
Right.
them. We
Yeah.
shouldn't
That's
have to walk
unfortunate.
around. We
That's
shouldn't have
unfortunate.
to live like that
Yeah, it's
as
got to a
as
place where
black
you can't
people.
even, it's got to a place where you can't even have the freedom to say what your choices are because you're going to be, you know, shot at, maybe possibly stabbed, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like it's going down for people, people got it going down for this president. Like they are really holding on to the lies. They're holding on to the dishonesty. They're seeing it and they're still what I want to say, they're still defending it. They're
Yep,
defending it. They
yep,
know it's wrong. They see it's wrong. They're defending it. So now it's to the point like you can't even have an opinion. You can't even have a courteous disagreement with somebody. You can't say this is who I like, this is who you like, and think that's
right.
gonna be the end of it. It's not.
It's not. My thing is, I looked at what's Ted Cruz standing there defending what he knows that the people, and this is my thing, the people, not some, everybody has spoken and they said, okay, I cast my vote. That when it goes to the Supreme Court, when it goes to the federal court, and it still get kicked back where there has been no proof. It's just like me. I lie to you, and you're gonna believe the lie that I'm telling, and you're gonna keep living that lie, and you're gonna keep believing it because everything come out my mouth, you're gonna believe it. But my thing, this is another question I have. I need some help with this question too. If you want to recount the presidential votes, what about the votes that the new people came in on? These new Republicans and these new Democrats, those votes you gonna recount too? Or are you just recounting the presidential vote? That's not fair. If you gonna recount them all, recount them all. Don't just recount because the president lost. You do the runoff like you did in Georgia, and you have everybody to cast their vote again. But we know that's not going to happen because it can't happen. It's unconstitutional.
And here's the thing, except that you lost, okay? Except that it's time to move on. It's somebody else's turn. People have spoken. And that's just the end. That's the end.
Period.
Or it should be.
And let's all just get along with each other and move on. You ain't got to like it because I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat or I'm a conservative or an independent. You ain't got to like that.
You don't. You don't.
That ain't who I am anyway. A title is not who I am.
And we all it's free will and choices. But I
Well,
mean
obviously not.
it's like you gotta be tight lipped now.
It,
Quiet as
it,
a
it
church
is no
mouse.
free will. There is no free will. You can't talk and speak and say what you want to say. Proof was in the
Nope.
pudding today. Because, like I said,
It's just we're just in rogue times. This is revelations where right is wrong and wrong is right. It is terrible.
And the lady, and see, this is the whole thing. The lady that was, see, you be in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was a person that got shot during this chaos, during this foolishness.
Yes, and they
She's
yes.
dead. She's dead. She done died. She died
Oh
from
Lord,
gunshot.
I seen them. I seen them wheel her out. Horrible.
Don't even know who did it or where it came from. Because at the time, you can't blame it on the police this time. Because they wasn't in there. She done got shot. Chaos done erupted, and now she's dead. Now she went there to support or call herself supporting Trump. Now who is her blood shed on?
Right.
Who's gonna be charged with killing her? Because she did. It's murder.
Right.
Either way you see it, it's murder.
Dead
and gone. I don't know how old she was or how old she is, but she dead and gone.
Yeah, to make it make sense, and you just can't.
That was flat out. I was just angry.
Floored.
I'm still angry. I'm still angry. I'm mad. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt in the ignorant people that was there, causing the chaos. I'm like, how do we sleep at night? How do individuals sleep at night?
It is very unreal, Angela. And what are we showing the future generation? Like, what are we showing them?
Where do we go from here? That's the question. Where do we go from here? And what is the United States? All these Americans, all these great Americans of the United States, all these people, where do we go from here? What do we do? What do we do?
And I feel like this is just only the beginning. Like, I feel like each day gradually is going to get worse. Unfortunately, if this was allowed to happen, it's going to get worse.
Maybe it's going to be more than the work absence list.
I know that's right, Ify. How you doing today?
What's going on, Eve?
That's crazy.
I mean, but where do we go? What do we do? I mean, how do we can't start over. There is no reason. There's no start over. It's just, this is
especially when people are losing their lives. Like, that's the end. Like, that's it. There's no start over for that lady. Like, it's done.
She's dead and gone because she was trying to protest what she felt was right.
The right thing.
And now she protesting what?
Ooh.
I mean, it's crazy. I just, for the life of me, I don't understand it. It's not worth it. Sit back, get out of the yeah.
Well,
on that, Ify, I don't know if we really think that everybody is an American out there. Now, I don't know about all that. Now, I will say this: we are all humans. Now, I'm going to say that we are all humans. As far as being all Americans, give me a definition of what American is. What is an American?
And because it's changing. It has changed.
It's forever changing. What's the definition of an American? Today was not a definition of what an American is.
It's definitely just
not. It's not. And exactly. I mean, that's my whole thing.
His whole organization has been half-assed.
Right. Absolutely.
Quite honestly.
Right. It's terrible. I mean, everything he's done has been like half butt doing it. You come in, you think you want to be the president. You think you want to be. You think. You don't even know. You're doing
it. Power and greed are, I'm telling you, it's costing people their lives. Power and greed is costing people their lives.
I'm still gonna need to know what's an American, because I don't know.
Anybody, it's Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. We keep it 1,000. We're talking about what's going on now. We are live, and we're asking. If you're a viewer, you're watching. What's your definition of an American? Because it continues to change constantly.
I'm trying to figure out the people that they have in custody or they're detaining. What are they gonna do with them? Where are you gonna put them? Where are they going?
And once you ask them, what are you really gonna do about it? Because you're doing nothing about it right now.
Because due to COVID, you ain't got nowhere to put them. What you gonna do? Set up a tent and put them in a tent so they can stay there? That's what he would have done. But that's not what they're gonna do.
You
But
wasting people's
I'm
time.
sorry, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm for real. Had it been black, we'd have been somewhere on that same boat that we came over here in, packed, and
This
not
body.
let out. Because we done committed a federal crime by scaling the wall, by busting the window, by beating up somebody, by
Catching every charge you can catch.
stepping on the grass, picking up the rat that was in there blocking stuff. We'd all been arrested. Where we go? I'm at a loss for words too, Eve, because what's an American? What is an American? I just don't see I hope nobody don't come to me and tell me some Americans. Because we're not Americans right now. Today was a clear indication that we're not Americans. And that's the problem that I got, Tracy.
That's crazy, Tracy.
Nobody. They're not arresting.
But we all know why. It is. You're right. Ify. It would have shown up been a bloody. Listen, a bloody window. Yes, ma'am, for sure. Yes, ma'am.
In more ways,
looking like me, looking like you. Yes, ma'am.
More ways than one. It's totally embarrassing. And even when the unrest was here, they go to court and they want the stuff thrown out. They just dismiss it, throw it out. That didn't happen and all that stuff. But you were there. These people were there and they ain't making no arrest. These people climb walls. They ain't making no arrest. These people was on the steps. They were trespassing and you ain't making no arrest.
It's being allowed.
Girl, the mayor of DC, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're doing it. I would have pushed the red button and everybody and their mama would have been in DC
a long time
ago. But you knew this was coming. They said it. This man sat in that high chair because he ain't nothing but a little baby with a pacifier in his mouth. He sat in that high chair and he told these people, come on, we gonna walk the street.
Lord have mercy.
He wasn't gonna walk with them. They busted windows. They took a police shield. That was a police shield that they took and busted those windows out.
Obstruction of justice in every sense of the word.
I mean, they obstructed, they criminal damage, they violated in more ways than one. I'm telling you, I'm passionate.
I'm floored. I'm lost for words. I'm floored. I'm done. All of them, all of those words. It's all of those emotions.
I can't believe it. Not a surprise. You're absolutely correct because they told you. They gave you ample time. When he said, stand by and stand down, or stand down and stand by, should have known right then. Should have known. Should have known it was coming.
The call was coming and go come in eventually.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, if the city of Cincinnati can keep up and have some great intel on what's going on around this city, not Hamilton County and not the state, just the city. If they got intel enough to know that something is happening, why can't the federal government do the same thing? And they got quick access to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Tracy said, but you push the red button and your boss's boss already told law enforcement to stand down. That's not why nobody showed up. And I don't blame the mayor. Exactly.
But the whole thing is, I blame the mayor. I blame the chief because they had information. I'm telling you, they
held on to. And Margaret said, where was the intel? My intel told me to watch my surroundings in Cincinnati.
I'm telling you, dear, I'm your intel. I'm your intel. Right.
There you go.
I'm your intel. So anytime I'm telling you on a Wednesday to watch your surroundings and watch where you're going and watch what you're doing, then
take
you
better take heed.
Yeah, if I'm telling you to stay out of downtown, then you best to believe I done got some intel on something and you need to stay out from downtown.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, if that governor of you alls have passed that stand your ground law, then you need to make sure you watch your surroundings because I'm going to tell you, if you say boo, They
You
say
go
they
get you go get blowed away, and they
gonna
go
get
stand over
charged.
your body while the police pull up.
But
And guess what? I was defending myself.
well, let me tell you, let me say this, Margaret. Our intel will let us know if anything going down between now and tomorrow too, because we try to make sure we stay up on
That's
all of
right.
that.
Because we got 14 days before the 20th, before they are sworn in. And what can happen in these 14 days? What's going to happen in these 14 days?
Nobody knows. Exactly, girl. Taking a knee anywhere was a threat. You take a knee in the darn grocery store, it's a threat. You can step on somebody's property, it's gonna be like, I fear for my life. Pow.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Mm-mm-mm.
You gotta be ready. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm gonna be like Annie Oakley. I'm walking around with mine. You're gonna see mine. Like, I'm ready.
You better go with that foolishness. You better go.
Yes, they had Tracy said they had information, but the president has the final say. Not necessarily so. He put the roadblock up. This is all, yes, it is all Trump's fault. I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
He didn't shut it down. He encouraged it for sure.
But with that being said, you still have to prepare. Look at what took place. He had nothing to do with the Black Lives Matter movement when they went over there. The mayor made that call, and so did the chief, and so did the federal government. They made that call to block down the whole capital area to keep the Black Lives Matter people. They had that
out of there. But no one at this time wants to stand up. The chain of command is broken, so it's whatever.
They had law enforcement ready for Black Lives Matter because they knew when they were coming. They knew where they was going to be there. They knew the route that they was taking. They knew where they was marching at. So they knew all of that. Just like they knew these people were coming in town today. They knew that because they said that. They've been talking about that for a week. I knew that because I watched the darn TV. They knew these people were coming in town. They knew it.
Yeah.
It could have been. It could have been.
Hate on display, for sure.
Exactly. The hotel knew. So what did that hotel do? They shut that booger down. They said, we ain't going to be open that day. When
we ain't going to be a fool and wait for somebody to tell us the right thing to do when we know the right thing to do. Hello.
They said, no, we're not having that. So the intel was there. They had it way beforehand. And they never did anything. They never That's why the police, the law enforcement, federal and local, was caught with their drawers down. They caught with their panties at their ankles. But I'm going to tell you, they knew what was happening. All of them knew what was happening.
And it has been allowed. Chaos has been allowed.
No, one of them hotels shut down. One of them hotels closed because they said they were not having the Proud Boys to come in there and destroy their stuff. They shut it down. I forget which one, but I'm going to find out because I was listening to the news. Now, I don't know about the airlines and the buses because, they got to make their money. But, normally they don't travel like that. A lot of them travel, from my experience in the years that I've been into this thing, they come in cars. A lot of them, they drive. They get rental cars. Very few of them fly, but they do. They will rent a car. They rent RVs. They come in pickup trucks. However they feel a way to get a whole lot of them there, they will get there. So this much I do know because they done bombarded Cincinnati and on several occasions when we had unrest in the city of Cincinnati.
Yep. And people thought it was for us people from here, and it was not, because why would you tear up where you lay your head?
Yep.
Like, no.
And can you imagine, as DC as large as it is,
they
are coming from everywhere. They are coming from everywhere. But when you got them talking about stand up, stand down, and stand up, what's going on, Captain, Colonel, Chief Curtin?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Long time no see.
That's right. I'm with you, but you're absolutely right. There's somebody on the inside that had to help them, that allowed them, that told them what to do and how to do it.
And they began that access. That's right.
And come in and climb and scale the walls. Who knew how to scale the walls of the Capitol building? They knew exactly what side to go in on. They knew what window to break. They knew how to get in there. They knew what Pelosi's office was. I mean, all of that stuff. So somebody had
the blueprint. And Tracy said she heard the last week they were coming, but people were listening to the mayor or the instigator. The Feds, National Guard, Secret Service serve at the pleasure of Trump. The local police were not equipped today.
Nope, they were never equipped for that. It's a federal issue. It's a state issue. It's a national issue, but it's definitely a local. It's definitely a local issue. I'm telling you, because that's the local municipalities are the ones that's going to take over. Why you think you see them when you go to DC? That ain't the state patrol. That ain't the National Guard that's sitting in those police cars on the corners, blocking the streets off so you can't even get access. You can't even gain it. That's a local level right there. That's on the local level. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, Tracy. I got a little bit of intel. Just a tad bit.
They done got away with too much today, boy.
They have gotten away with too much, and I don't care what nobody say. Black lives matter. Sandy lives matter. All black folks matter. That would have marched the streets today would have been dead, shot, pepper ball, sprayed, beat up, everything that happened. We would have went down. It would have been a bloody mess.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Yes.
Happy New Year to you. We so good to be here.
Happy New Year to everybody. But I agree, there was some intel that was given. But I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't know they were coming, because they knew they were coming. They didn't know how many, maybe, because you never know how many people are coming. There are a lot of people that say they are coming and they don't show up. You don't know how many people are coming, but trust me.
But lately, the way this stuff has been going, listen.
That's just like if John Lewis told us, come on, we're going to walk the bridge again in Selma, Alabama. What we going to do? We're going to mount up.
And we're going to walk that bridge.
And we're going to walk the bridge. If Barack Obama would have said, let's go, we would have been right there with him. Yes, that building is huge. Nope, you are absolutely correct. See, my chief knows what he's talking about. My chief know what he's talking about.
Experience, wisdom. That's right.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I agree, because you don't know where those people offices are. You have no idea of where they're located. You know, somebody had to tell him. You don't walk around that whole building. You can't even sightsee like you used to no more. Remember the protests that happened when Trump had the Bible? Yep.
I remember.
Yep. But not only did he have the power to do that, trust me, I saw it just happened not too long ago, where I was there, right there. I'm working civil unrest here in the city of Cincinnati, state of Ohio. I'm standing right feet away from the guy, had a backpack on, kneeling down next to a window at District 1. These are my eyes. I'm seeing this. Intel is coming out over the radio that there's a guy next to a window, kneeled down with a backpack on, male white, gave a full description of who he was, what he was doing. Guess where the call came from? Our chief. Don't let him throw nothing in the window. Don't let him break that window and put nothing inside this building. That will not happen. They will not take over this building. So guess what? The chief made that call. Guess what happened? Yep, he got lit up with a few containers, because that's a call from us, from our chief. He's
on the local level.
Our local government. That didn't come from the mayor who's at his house chilling, twiddling his thumbs. He don't know no phone call with us.
Right.
The mayor can't make that call. And who is Trump making a call to? That's a local municipality. That's a local municipality call, because you ain't gonna come in. I'm gonna tell you now, you ain't coming in Cincinnati police and run into District 1.
And ain't nobody gonna know nothing. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Forget
You're
it.
not gonna take over. Well, the chief, the mayor, somebody, because I'm telling
Whoever turned a blind eye, and it was a lot of blind eyes turned.
you, how many people at that Capitol building? How many federal? Because they all federal, and I'm sure most of them probably were retired. So if you're retired and you're a federal officer, you probably ain't doing too much like a regular police officer would, and then some police officers ain't doing that either. So it just depends. On a federal level, how prepared are you? I mean, I know you're supposed to be prepared because you're guarding the Capitol building. You are guarding the Capitol building. I saw that police officer by himself retreat, run up the steps. He was trying to talk on his radio, but I didn't see no other police running to help him. I didn't see no other federal police coming to where he was.
They said, "My guy, you on your own."
He was
crazy.
By himself. I saw this. He was retreating because they was coming up the steps. But when he stopped to try to talk to him and get him down, they stopped too. I guess they ain't know what was going on around the corner. But he kept retreating. How do you let them infiltrate and come in and take over? They just took over that building. How does that happen? You should have had 1,000. That should have been every federal officer at that front door, holding that door. And then that should have been federal agents at that
all around the whole facility, inside out.
Well, somebody got to be the fall guy, Tracy. Somebody got to be the fall guy. But guess what? Then again, I don't know. Who knows how this is going?
Not the way this is going.
The beginning of 2021 is starting out crazy.
I know that's right.
We all can write we can all write a story.
Ain't got nothing on this, honey.
The only good thing, it ain't a black guy. Thank you. I mean, that's a shame. I am just totally embarrassed
mortified.
You know, even for law enforcement, I'm embarrassed because this, like, they didn't have a plan. They just really did not have a plan. When I say they didn't have a plan, they didn't have a plan. Even when it might have been 100 of them that was standing on the steps with some of the people over in the corner. They did not have a plan. They weren't doing anything. So I'm with my Chief Curtin. It had to be an inside job done, information put out, because when I say they did nothing, they had no shields, they didn't have no mask, they had nothing. Zero. How do you break a window that quickly? Those windows aren't even bulletproof. That's another issue. So
something else.
This is all crazy. I am baffled, but yet we got to get up in the morning and start this whole thing over again.
Yep.
And never know what
we got 14 days. We got 14 days until the 20th.
But see, let me tell all you people out there that's listening, in case you don't know, they are preparing and they have prepared for the inauguration. Now, they've been preparing for that for 2 years. So, and when I say prepare, they got law enforcement from everywhere, all over the United States of America. I mean, all over the place that will be there. What's up, Thomas Blair? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. But for the inauguration, you will have thousands and thousands of law enforcement officers at the inauguration. When I say thousands. A
plethora, basically.
Yes, black and white. I don't, male and female.
What you got? Cause you want to call us, Tracy?
You want to call us, Tracy? You want to call us?
Call her on the hotline. What you want to say, caller?
Yeah, what you want to say, caller? What you want to say? Because my thing is, I just don't. It's crazy that this is happening. Tracy, I'm gonna give you a phone number. Let's see if we can't get you on the hotline. We're gonna see.
Let's get her on the talk radio line.
If it can work, because we're gonna have to put you on the speakerphone.
That's right.
And you're right. 14 days don't mean it's over, Ify.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, you are. But he ain't the only one, Chief. He ain't the only one that's got some explaining
to do.
He's not the only one that's got some explaining to do. I mean, the federal agents you know, you and I know that there are different people that's over different people. But how in the world do you explain what took place when you got the intel? That's what I want to know. When you got information, how do you explain not doing nothing when you got information?
Yes,
Now,
Sparkle. I still stand on the enemy comes to rob, kill, and destroy like a thief in the night. This too shall pass. Might be hard to see it, but just believe. That's right. 1,000. We don't know nothing else on Tug Radio. We know that Jesus,
exactly.
the Lord, is in control. Okay.
All day, every day. We're not trying to. No, no, I ain't never had that. I ain't never volunteered for that. I don't want to volunteer for that. That to be at the inauguration, it's very tiring.
I'm sure.
It's fun. It's a great experience, but
But it can be mentally exhausting, I'm sure.
that's something that that's something I never wanted to do. I never wanted to go and be on. I never wanted to do that. Even when Barack was in there twice, back to back, I never wanted to be at an inauguration because it's very, very tiring. And I'm not the one to be on the bus with a whole lot of law enforcement people.
I
I
agree
like
with you,
my
Tracy.
space. I got claustrophobic.
I don't think there should be inaugurations either. But with with COVID, all these people gathered in one. I mean, I'm agreeing with it too. But hey, we go see.
But the thing about it is that they're asking people not to come. Now I don't know how that's gonna work. They can
Okay,
ask
go listen. It's always them ones out there that's on Thomas foolery.
but you
that
got
ain't
this
gonna
tomfoolery going on.
Yep.
Show up in droves. I think it's going to be worse for the inauguration than it was today.
Wow.
The only difference is they will have law enforcement all around that place. When I say all around, that whole city more than likely will be shut down because they will have thousands of law enforcement officers from everywhere there. So that's the only difference. But I'm still thinking that if they do have the inauguration, they carry on with it, it's going to be worse than what it is now. The curfew, girl, ain't no curfew.
Right. Ify, who listening to that? No, ain't nobody listening to it.
They're not going nowhere.
They're like, what curfew?
Yeah, what curfew? They're not gonna do no curfew. These people still gonna be out and about. And you're right. They got privilege because that's so right.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me there is no way tear gas wouldn't have been sprayed. I mean, mace. They would have. We
Some
as
type of way to control.
We as black people would have been tortured if that was us doing that. I mean, beat down with sticks and I mean, you name it. I mean, it would have. I'm sorry, but it would have happened. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
Somebody black would have died if that was black people scaling the walls.
Hundreds of people. Hundreds of black people will have died.
I don't know. From my understanding, I don't know if they arrested anybody. Because
to our knowledge, they haven't.
Where are they gonna put them? COVID, you ain't gonna put them in the jails because there's too many of them to lock up. So if you ain't got the space for them, what you gonna do with them? Once again, you got to prepare for that. You got to prepare. You got to have everything in order in case you do have to arrest hundreds of people. You got to have stuff in place. And they weren't ready. They knew, but they weren't ready. They better have a plan. You're right, as the chief said. And I don't know, tear gas. They probably is on it. I'm sure.
A whole lot of stuff is on back order, but they better get this together.
They better get it together. Out of control. They better hurry up. I mean, they better hurry up. No, Ify, you're probably right. It is probably on back order. Because, I mean, ask me, I know. Been through that and done that where, things got rough here in the city of Cincinnati and they ran out. I mean, they kept a little supply until they got some more, but that was without having to get in the car and drive a few hours and then turn around and come back because they had to go get some from the supplier because they ran out. I mean, so it's things that when you're going through stuff like this is crazy. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. And if you ain't out there on the front lines, and if you ain't out there putting yourself in that position every day,
Yep.
then you probably wouldn't know. That's why the chief said it's, he been around for years. So this ain't nothing new to him either. You speak
Right.
from experience. Here's another example. Everybody had intel on Charlottesville. The cop did nothing, just stood there. The command came down from the top. Nothing happened to the mayor. But did it come from the mayor? Once again, the mayor is not there. The mayor doesn't really, I don't know how it happens in other cities and states. I just don't. I only work for this agency here in the city of Cincinnati in the state of Ohio. I don't know how it happens anywhere else. I just know how it happens here. The mayor can't make our call. The mayor does not make that. He cannot do that. He won't do that. It ain't his call to make. That's why you got a chief in place. Ask the chief. The chief knows you got a chief in place to make the call. The mayor has to trust the chief to do the job that he or she is supposed to do. And that's just facts. Girl, they've been running short on bullets. You can't buy no bullets for your gun. It ain't just us. It's they running short on bullets for anybody because the numbers for CCWs has gone up. Everything has gone up
Tremendously.
What's going on? Nope. Thank you, Thomas. What's going on,
Hey,
Lisa? Long time. But I'm telling you, that's why we
all right then, Tracy. So what I'm saying, Tyler, I'm talking about the devil. Say himself.
My bad. On the top. Well, I call them that too. I call them red-faced devils, because most of them are the red-faced devils, so that's what I call them, but that's just my nickname for them. But at the end of the day, trust me when I tell you, the chief makes the call, but somebody is going to be held accountable. Yes, the chief reports to the mayor after the fact. Trust me when I tell you, the mayor's sitting at home chilling. He's chilling. Because if you ain't up front, listen to what I'm telling you right now, everybody out here. When you ain't up front, when you ain't on the front lines, when you ain't got that helmet on, that face shield down, that shield in your hand, when you ain't out there on that front line, but you sitting at home twiddling your thumbs, you can't make the call from home because guess what? The action is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna wait 5 minutes to pick up the phone and say, hey, we got this problem right here. What you think we ought to do about it? That's not how it goes. That's not it.
And that's not realistic anyway.
The big
when
dogs.
It's going down and we in the thick of it, and I'm gonna update you when the thick of it is thin again.
Big dogs. The big dogs right then and there make that call. And the only big dog right then and there who has always been there. And I'm going to give it to Chief Elliott. We done been through a couple of them recently. He done made the call. He made the call, but he ain't making no call to hurt nobody. That's not it. He's making the call to make sure you safe, I'm safe, and everybody in that area is safe. Now, that's totally up to you if you want to do some foolishness to get yourself hurt. That ain't, we ain't got nothing to do with all that. But what he makes that call. So when that guy was standing over there trying to bust the window at the headquarters of the Cincinnati Police Department, our chief made the call. Don't let it happen. Do not let him throw a Molotov cocktail through that window. So what you think we gonna do? Stand there and look at him and twirl our thumb, talking about, wait, we got to call the mayor. That's not gonna happen. You're going to be on the front lines. You're going to be on the front lines. And you're going to make the call when you need to make the call, which DC did not make that call. I'm just keeping it 100. They didn't make the call.
And look at where we are right now.
Look where we are today. Because the chief and everybody else knew what was going on. My whole thing is, well,
that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't, Sparkle. He did, but he didn't. What's going on, Terrence Forte? Happy New Year. Now see, this is my chief. Here go my chief chiming in.
That's right. Let him know.
He said if there's a conversation with the mayor, if there's a conversation, the topics are an update, which is what I said, and mostly important, the use of force. How, when, under what circumstances, and All of that will be discussed. But most of the times, that's always after the fact. You better tell them, Chief. You better tell them, Chief. We got to update you.
Terrence.
We're going to update you, but it's going to be after the fact. Tell them, Chief. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all pay attention. But I can guarantee you the chief and the mayor in D.C. knew that those people were coming. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. Okay.
Yes,
gotcha.
they did.
Gotcha. All right.
Hey,
thanks for tuning
Thanks
in.
for tuning in. Yes.
But, you know, remember when I say I got some intel, y'all need to stay off the streets. I'm trying to tell y'all, stay off the streets.
That's right.
Right now, we ain't got no curfew other than you supposed to be in the house at 10 o'clock because everything closed.
That's right.
But that ain't no curfew. That's because the bars are closed. We ain't got no curfew. We ain't got no intel on nothing happening in Cincinnati. But trust me, when we do, and y'all will be the first to know. I'll let you know. I ain't gonna say but one word, intel.
That's it. But we go. Thank you for tuning in to Tug Radio. It's Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know what time it is. This Saturday at Glendale Salon in Cincinnati, Ohio, 230 East Sharon Road. We are doing a concealed carry class, CCW class. So go to www.atpccw.com for more information and to sign up.
I want everybody, I try to get everybody to get a CCW. And I think everybody right now, due to the new bill that's taking place in 90 days here in the city of Cincinnati, state of Ohio, I think everybody needs to try to at least get their CCW. Just because you never know when somebody might try to tell you, I fear for my life. So I want you to be able to say the same thing that everybody else say.
That's right.
I fear for my life. So it's best that you have a CCW. And let me tell you, if you're in your house, you ain't got to have a CCW because you're in your house. But if you're out and about and you're doing stuff, I want everybody to be as safe and feel as safe as they possibly can, because the stuff that we saw today, the chaos that took place today, we all want to be ready. If
it's not going nowhere. Yep.
On our job, at our job, and everything else. There you go.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I think it's extremely important that we all get our CCWs and we protect ourselves.
January 9th, then Sparkle. Go to www.atpccw.com.
Definitely put it on the page.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm telling you all, be safe. Put your head on a swivel, because right now, the next few days, at least by the end of the month, at the beginning of February, we need to be very, very aware of what's going on around us. Watch the hey, Thomas, we ain't talking about that right now. That's another show. That's another show.
That's right.
I'm a Roll Tide fan all day long. Don't come on here. Don't make me put that.
Here we go. Another day, another show.
Talk to me Wednesday about the game. Talk to me next Wednesday about the game, okay? I mean, just talk to me next Wednesday about the game, because I'm a Roll Tide fan all day long. I don't care if they sleeping on the field. I'm still a Roll Tide fan.
Oh God!
But
ain't nothing like a little humor. Ain't nothing like a thank you, Tom. Mixing it up a little bit, because it was heavy. What's happening now it can be very irritating. So nice little laugh. No wrong relax.
Keep your eyes on the news, though. Make sure you continue to watch the news. Be aware of what's going on. You got to be aware of what's happening
at all times. That's right.
So make sure you keep watching and continue watching. Just because things are happening in DC does not mean it won't happen here, because there's a tendency that things happen in other states. It brings issues to the city of Cincinnati for some reason. I don't even know why, or to your city. So make sure that you are aware and you pay attention and you read and you listen. But I'm telling you all now, if anything starts to happening in the city of Cincinnati, the state of Ohio, I will only post intel. So you're going to know what that means, that it's something coming. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm just
definitely Sparkle. Stay woke always.
Yes,
definitely.
Stay woke. Don't y'all, because they was about to make me. I thought I was gonna have to get hood on them. I was about to ready to take my hat off and then I was gonna put my hat on backwards. I was was about to
She say, hey, you gotta stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. You understand?
look, I was about to look. I'm about to hit him. I'm about to hit him up. I was gonna put the marks under my eyes. I thought we was gonna have to make it go down.
She ready to go into the playing field.
I was about to hit him hard. You hear me? You ain't gonna let's go. Let's go. We was about to go. I was ready. I was ready to go to DC. They was making me so mad. I was ready to go to DC. It was about to go down. Mount up. I was about to get that ticket and we was about to be on our way. That's what I'm talking about. Let's roll. Who with me? Let's bounce. Because at the end of the day, you don't let nobody come in and take over your house. I don't care who they are. You don't do it.
No, not without a fight, baby.
You stay locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about. Stay locked and loaded. They should have been locked him off of Twitter.
Duh.
Yeah, he should have been off Twitter months ago.
Lord.
But I heard ABC say that they took down the video, that he called himself doing a little video. They took down the video. And they should have did all of that a long time ago.
Hot mess.
Who's the freaking president and you operating from Twitter? Who does that? Where's the responsibility? Mount up, everybody. I'm telling you, mount up. It's time for us, African Americans, Black people, mount up. Get your CCW and mount up. Protect yourself and your families.
And stay educated on these laws, because the laws are changing all the time.
All the time. Who would have thought that the state of Ohio was going to go to a stand your ground state? Who would have thought that?
And in a million years. In a million years, nobody.
Not in a million years. So people, I'm going to need y'all to stay woke, stay alert, keep your head on a swivel, read and watch the news. If you don't do nothing else, please watch the news. Watch the national news, because that'll let you know what's going on. And on that note, hey, we thank you for tuning in. Hey, Chief, thank you for letting the people know.
Yes.
You know, every once in a while, I need a little help with this stuff.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely.
Somebody that's like Chief, been on for 40 years. He's been on for 40 years. He can bring you all the experience. So he knows. I ain't just the one that's telling you. I need somebody else with some experience that's gonna bring it in. She said, you know what's crazy though? This has been beyond Republicans for a long time. But then when you got somebody,
the whole now,
let's see. Okay, they got a few minutes then. They got about 50 minutes before they reconvene. That's gonna be.
Well, I'm gonna be watching.
I hope ain't nobody stuck somewhere under the chair or under the desk in somebody's office.
Lord have mercy.
Waiting on them to walk in, because that's crazy. But I will be watching it at 8 o'clock, which is 2,000 hours, mean 8 o'clock, people. This is the thing. If they're going to come down, because right now I'm hearing that some Republicans are saying, let's just go ahead on and, we're going to just go ahead on and call this thing and do what we do because of all of this that took place. There you go. Jim Crow. That's right. That's Tell 'em Forte. Yeah. Tell 'em Forte. Nobody. Yeah.
That's what we said too.
Let's hope it isn't. Let's hope they swept the
whole place
building, because they was talking about there was some packages or something and some bags, some book bags or something that was there earlier that they thought might have been bombs or some kind of device or something. So hey, it's the thing about it is we got to keep everybody in prayer. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year to you too.
I'm gonna call you good. Military time, they have to catch up. It's all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I mean, that's all right. I could tell the people. I can help. But I'm in
the learning mood over here. We're learning all the time.
We're learning all the time. And I'm gonna tell you, Chief. I'm gonna call you so you can come on. We can talk to the people about this kind of stuff, how it works. Educate the people, because I'm always about it. Janice is about it. We're about educating people on what to do and how to do things and when they should do it. Before Tate can tell you that. But the whole thing about it is, this is very important. I think the people should watch. You have to watch the news tonight. You got to see what's going on. You got to see who's who and what's what. But the most important thing about all of this is how we vote. If you get out and cast your vote, then that's the whole point. I kudos to Stacey Abrams, because she did her thing She should get the Nobel Peace Prize. She get the Presidential Award. It's a
Hold
whole
it
lot of
down.
things that she should be getting because she paved the way for Georgia to become a blue state. I mean, she did her job, and because she did her job, these are the results that we had today.
That's right. So, and folks just flat out tired. They just flat out tired of taking it laying down.
That's that. You know what, Sparkle? That was going to be my whole talk tonight. We
got to push it to another day, but because
we'll probably
it's
talk about
a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah, because that was the plan, was to talk about the stand your ground. Because I know I got Forte who knows a lot about it, and then I have my homework over here to the side that I was going to talk about it. So we're going to push that back for another day. And carry on. What's going on, Mega?
Hey.
England, checking in from England.
Thanks for tuning in.
Well, we hope all is well over there, as you can see over here in the great state of Washington. That is a little chaos going on, but
a lot of it.
We just hope and pray that things are well with you in England.
That's right. Stay safe.
But thanks for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. I hope you are being safe over there. Hope things are going well for you over there. But we are here for you.
Yes, we are. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this, liking this video, telling friends and family about it. We're here every single Wednesday, Wind Down Wednesday at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. And who knows, we might have the chief on next Wednesday.
You gotta watch.
He can probably talk to us too about that stand your ground law and how it works.
For sure.
From a law enforcement perspective as a chief. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So tune in next week. We just may have the chief on the line.
You just have to see. You just have to tune in and see what's happening.
It's be totally up to him if he wants to take that call. Yeah.
Oh.
Washington, D.C., where the capital is. It's a little chaos going on in Washington, D.C. Not Washington State, but Washington, D.C.
Yep.
These people are absolutely crazy. It's
super
amazing. It never ceases to amaze me what's going on and how they just bombarded that building and trying to take over. But, things happen, but I ain't never seen nothing like this happen.
So stay educated, stay safe, watch the news. Yep.
Definitely on the East Coast.
Yep.
Definitely on the East Coast. It's on the East Coast.
Now. It's happening.
Yep, it's happening now. If you turn on CNN, MSNBC,
globally,
CBS, it's on every major news channel right now. They're talking about it. But they will reconvene at 8:00.
That's right.
Politics, yes, politics. Unfortunately,
the
chaos has led to because of the politics. It's unfortunate, but it has led to because of politics.
Yeah,
we can't do anything like we normally would, just to do stuff to be doing it. Everybody got to have some politics or religion somehow or sex in it. A gender, whatever you want to call it. It's all. So can we just be the human beings that we are and call it a day? It's on BBC. Yep. It's on every major news channel.
It's unfortunate, but yes, it is.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. It's everywhere. The fact that we have become today's actions were the actions of a third world state, third world nation, country. So that all being said, we just have to make sure we stay hopeful and prayerful, definitely prayerful before anything else, because only God can bring us out of this. Only God gonna bring us out of this. And with that all being said, we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We've come to the end of our show where we like to give you some positive quotes, but tune in next week because I'm gonna see if I can't get the chief on the line and see if we can't do a virtual with the chief. And get information about what's going on and what took place and how things work. And we're going to talk about stand your ground next week. Sparkle, we got you. But in the meantime, get your CCW. Get the CCW.
Yes.
happen. In the UK, we don't really care about racist, sexist. Just say, hey, I know that's right. Say,
hey, that's the best way to go.
and we wish that it was that way here.
Everybody thought that way.
We wished it was here, but it's not like that over here. Definitely
Yes.
not that way over here. That's the unfortunate piece.
But hopefully one day it will be.
Yeah, prayerfully
Because
one day. Maybe
there's enough chaos and enough separation going on in the world. So
absolutely. I might need to come over to England.
You might have to take a visit.
Make my residence in England, since they don't care nothing about all that stuff. They let people live freely however they want to. It don't even matter. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
Definitely.
Yes, we are divided, but Sparkle, we got divided because when individuals that are in control of things and places, that's when the division take place.
Power is a power struggle.
Yeah, we always have some type of prejudices, but when you are consistently driving a wedge between things, specifically Black and white people, that's where the problem lies. Instead of people just being who they are, and
being treated accordingly.
Right. So we are definitely hey.
Positive quote, positive. Oh.
I'm gonna have to come over here.
There we go. We can have you. We can come there. You can be a guest on our show. How about that?
Absolutely.
That was fun.
Do the show from England. How about that? Do the
there
show
we go. On location. Yes.
On location from England.
We have to try to work something like that out when everything kind of like dies down and settles down.
Yeah, we have to see how that goes. And I'm sure that would be a
Thanks for the offer. Yes.
I'm sure it would be a wonderful trip. By that time, we all gonna need to take a vacation to go somewhere.
You're right about it.
Somewhere. So we thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Say, tune in next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
Yes, Efi, we have been divided. But it's more prevalent now than it's ever been in my whole. And I'm from Alabama. I came from Alabama, and I thought Alabama was racist, and I thought they were divided. I thought, whole lot of stuff about Alabama, but I came up to Cincinnati. I'm like, ooh, sweet baby, Jesus. The difference between down south and here, Alabama let you know. The people down there let you know that they're racist. The people up here don't let you know that they're racist.
It's quiet.
Yes.
It's hidden. It's undercover.
It is. They don't do that. My mom taught us to accept people for who they are, and for what they are, not by the color of their skin, for who and what they are. Because God don't care about the color of your skin. And he says, I'm white, but I got links. Hey, that's all right. We good. I don't care.
That's
color don't matter to us. Color don't matter to us.
It's just about being right, doing right, and treating people right.
Hey, you're welcome, Sparkle.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.
Sparkle, as long as you've been knowing me, and Efi, you've been knowing me, and the Chief has been knowing me. A whole lot of people have been knowing me for a long time. Y'all know I don't mind talking about stuff. I think I've been pretty much not controversial, but I've been a person that likes to speak out. How about that? I would voice my feelings and opinions. May not like them all the time, but hey.
Agree to disagree, and that's okay.
It is what it is. We talk about what we talk about. My parents taught me the heritage is to help me. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. But if everybody was taught that, then we probably would be in a better place right
conversation.
Now.
Yep, I agree.
We probably would be in a better place right now. And yep, there you go. Ain't nothing like unity. There's nothing like unity amongst us all. But we all should have that mindset. But unfortunately,
we don't.
But we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep praying for them. We ain't gonna worry.
We're gonna stay positive. That's all right. We're gonna stay positive.
Stay positive. Be around positive people. So what you got to say, friend, before we get up out of here, before we leave?
Yeah, I know it's your girl Shanice. My positive quote is just basically Happy New Year to everyone. It may start off a little rocky, but we're just gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it rocking. We're gonna keep it as I guess unity. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna stay positive. So stay positive. Make sure you keep those hands washed, keep your mask on, and positive in, positive out.
That's right. And quote. Look, that's the positive quote. And y'all know me, mount up. Because we ready to go. We ready to do what we gotta do. We ready to make it happen. Who with me? We on our way to DC. January the 20th. It's going down. You know, kudos to all that voted. Kudos to all that made a difference. We want you to continue to make a difference by any means necessary, but do it in a positive way.
Yes,
Do it in a positive way. Do not do and be anything different. Don't let nobody bring you down. Stay up, stay positive, stay safe, wear your mask, and take that shot if you can. Whenever it comes, I'm trying to tell you, my arm ain't fell off yet, so I'm good. You know, my arm's still working. I'm good. I'm waiting on shot number 2, and I can tell y'all from there how it goes. So stay clean, stay positive, be safe, wear your mask. And on that note, y'all know what I say. It's always better to give than it is to receive. We love you all.
See you next Wednesday, same time.
Every time yes, honey, they locked him out of Twitter.
Thank God.
Just lock him off of TV, period. All the social media platforms, just lock him out. Who is he? Just block his whole name. Make him have a whole new name. Just block him.
As soon as you see TRU, you just know it's a no.
Exactly. Just don't even fill in the blank. Block. You know how you do it when somebody call you and you ain't trying to talk to him. Block. You know, you mad at somebody because they done hurt your feelings. Block. You done broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Block. You know, you done block him on everything. Just block him. Just do it. Yes, Sparkle.
Yep.
Stay 6 feet away. If you can stay more than 6 feet, do that too. You know, just be safe. Be safe.
That's right.
And stay
Happy New Year.
And tune in
next week. It's only just
beginning.
It's only just beginning.
I can't get the chief in. See if I can't get the chief online so we can talk to him and see what's going on. Give you all some updates. And we're going to talk about the stand your ground law. How about that? So stand your ground. But while you standing your ground, y'all know what I say. Stand your ground by being a giver before you are a receiver. And on that note, we are really out of here. We're
really going to time next Wednesday. Same time.
We will see you on next Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, people. We love you. Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year.